everyone, this is Master of the Assassins talking, and I am here to do part 2 of our latest video of the history of the Assassin's Creed franchise. This video is made by assassins for assassins. The Templars beware, because we will find you, and you will die. Although on second thought, with the information I'm about to tell you guys right now, you might want to hear this also, Templars, because it also shows how much they actually care for one another. Now, before we begin, I would like to say a few things. First, I'm going to go over some things I just said in my last video that I forgot to mention. First off, I had said my thoughts on why I thought Daniel Cross was going to be important in Assassin's Creed 3. And my theory is that, and my thoughts on that are this. If you guys have seen my friend here in Ya Dreamz videos, you've seen Daniel with our multiplayer friend. Now then, Daniel, in my opinion, will be important because he might be the one leading the Templar forces in Assassin's Creed 3, as where Desmond might be leading the assassins in Assassin's Creed 3. So we might be getting two opposing forces. It would be nice to see Daniel fight against a Master Templar. Although I'm still not so sure of what to think on Daniel. But I'll leave that to you guys. Now here's something else I'd like to go over. And I had realized that I had forgot to mention something in my last video. Why the assassins actually thought he should join them. And it's because when Daniel was at the camp, he had an assassin insignia tattooed onto his arm. He said it looked cool and that he felt kind of right. And that was a sure sign that he had to be an assassin. Although, because of recent events, some people are still not sure whether he's a true assassin or a Templar. I still believe he's a Templar. And here's something else I'd like to go. Here's something I've recently thought of, but I'd like everyone here to give me their opinion. I have a theory on Assassin's Creed and the Assassins and Abstergo Industries. Recently, I've gotten the Assassin's Creed The Fall, and I've read about Daniel Cross, and I've come across something interesting. Daniel's ancestor, Nikolai Orlov, has also come into contact with a piece of Eden, just like Ezio and Altair, who are the ancestors of Desmond Miles, who is also another subject in Abstergo Industries. My theory is this. Each assassin that's brought in by Abstergo Industries is captured, and they're not brought there by their own free will. And another thing, each of these assassins have come into at least one into contact with at least one piece of Eden. Altair came into possession of the Apple of Eden. Ezio had come into contact with 2 Apples of Eden plus the staff. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that can't just be coincidence. It is, in my opinion, that the Abstergo Industries has captured these people because of the fact that they've been in contact with those pieces. But also the fact that the assassins, the ancestors of the subjects, were all great assassins during great times of political rise and other great means. For example, Altair was a master assassin during the Third Crusade. Ezio Auditore was a master assassin during the Italian Renaissance and also during the reign of Pope Alexander VI. And Nikolai Orlov, Daniel Cross's ancestor, was a master assassin during the Russian Revolution of 1917. And this is something I find interesting because all these assassins were master assassins and have come into contact with pieces of Eden. That has to mean something. What? I don't know, but it is something to think about. And now I'm also here to talk about something that all of you guys might actually want to enjoy. I have recently come into contact with my own copy of Assassin's Creed The Fall. And I've come across an edition called Assassin's Creed The Fall Deluxe Edition, which has an epilogue. This is the events that happened right after the comic. So, sit back and listen carefully, because this is the things that happen during Assassin's Creed The Fall. And Templars, you might want to hear this, because this is how they treat one another. It starts out with this man going into a laundromat. When he says that he's left something, and the man asks him a name, he goes, Rafik. Which, if any of you guys remember from Assassin's Creed 1, those are the names of the assassin leaders who had hideouts in Damascus, Jerusalem, and Arca. They were the ones in charge. And after hearing that the assassin order is inside waiting, the man who requested it points a gun at the man and says that he's exactly where he needs to be, and shoots him. It's because, as any of you guys could guess, he's a Templar. And he's coming with a team of other Templars. They enter the hideout, and they are in there to kill every single person. Once they get the code and enter, it's a massacre. No one is spared. And eventually they come into a room full of women and children. They were no better than target practice. One assassin actually managed to kill several Templars before he was killed. And this is the part where you Templars might want to hear about this, because they're getting all this information from Daniel Cross, who at this very moment is in an operating table. He's been drugged, and has been on the drug for almost 19 hours straight. And the doctor there is very concerned. The Templars, however, are not. And I'm going to say what they say in the comic. Time is short. Increase the dosage. I can't risk that. He's a human being. He could die. He is an asset to this corporation, Doctor. He is our property, and we will decide how he is best used. You, however, are merely an employee. As such, you can easily be terminated. Sorry, Daniel. Unquote. And after giving Daniel another dosage of the serum, or whatever it is that they have injected him with, they extract the information of what they're looking for. There's a secret passage in this hideout. One Templar goes into the secret stairway, which was hidden. Now, this is something for everybody to think about. As soon as the Templar goes in, they said, "We found it." The only question that remains is, what did they find? I'd like to think that it might be a piece of Eden. Or worse, maybe the location of all the assassins that are there.
30 seconds remaining.
All we can say is just that these Templar bastards are persistent and do not give up easily. Which is why it's up to the assassins, like us, to stop them. So, that's all I have to report. But I will tell you guys this. Our next video will be on Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2, I promise. The only reason we didn't do it this time is because time is short. I thought you guys might want to hear about Assassin's Creed The Fall and all my theory about the assassins.
Third.
So, with that, until next time, nothing is true, everything is permitted.